Thursday. We're the Bennington Show, the only father-daughter radio show in the history of radio. I'm Gail Bennington.
I'm Ron Bennington. Got the Thursday quick on a scale, but let me throw out some congratulations to Wawa for beating Sheets last night and
Way to go, Wawa.
taking the entire series. It is great to see just a contest of gas station sandwiches, east side, west side, going
Yes.
back and forth.
R.I.P. the
be.
Schmegel.
He stopped the clock there because none of us have been to Sheets. We have no
Yeah,
idea what he was
it's true.
talking about.
They just put SH in front of all their products.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I got it from Sheets and Bagel. Yeah.
Schmegel.
Just seems anti-Semitic to me.
It kind of
You know what I mean?
does.
And I'm part of that whole blue square thing. You know what I mean? Put the blue square down.
Since we're talking about just Chris being wildly offensive, I will just say this. The Shannon Elizabeth thing from American Pie, that scene is like one of those things where like people will say later, like, oh, like it was a different time. You know what I mean? Like that's why, and we do that with like 80s movies and stuff. I'm here to tell you, I was there in real time, and it wasn't a different time. We all went, hey, that's like assault. Like it was like supposed to be like this hot and funny scene. And everyone I know was like, that was kind of uncomfortable, right? Like she was not consenting to be filmed. It was really weird.
When you said everybody that you know Chris Stanley, and you know he fucking dug it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Exactly.
At the time.
Everyone
At the time.
except Chris.
But that might have been the last teen sex comedy. Like, that might have been, like, the end of it. And they went on for, what, 6, 7 fucking
Oh yeah.
things.
There was like a run. For sure.
Started shooting them on their phones after a while.
Yeah.
And then just Stifler was the only one there or something. You know, it was just Stifler's deal.
I can't think of a like another teen sex comedy that came afterwards.
Well, because what came afterwards is you were able to actually view porn in,
Right.
you know, in your
Openly.
bedroom.
As freely as you want.
Yeah. And people were like, stop thinking about boobs being the most exciting things that ever happened.
Right.
I also think Stifler should have been a bigger star.
Absolutely.
I mean, everything the guy does is fucking great.
Yes.
It feels like they don't give him enough.
He was
agree.
fantastic in the last season of Righteous Gemstones. A smaller part, but he was still great in it.
It's very small, and compared to a lot of his movies, I don't even think it touches. He's always fantastic. But I think he also runs businesses in his spare time. Yeah, he makes his money work for him. He doesn't work for his money.
Smart.
Okay?
That's smart.
He likes to make cash while he's sleeping in many of the buildings that he owns.
Passive
But-
income.
But the the old teen sex comedies were big from the 70s up until the 90s.
Yep.
And then like so many things, they just disappeared.
Yes. Yeah, they really did. They really fell out of favor.
All right, let me ask you this question, because I brought this up to some people and they could not come up with a reason. And if anybody even wants to jump into this, it's 844-762-5463. That's 844 God. Entenmann's. Was it ever good? Like, was there... I mean, I still go to the supermarket and stop myself from buying Entenmann's chocolate donuts. Because I'll go, you think you're going to love them, but you
Right.
will not. I mean, it's nice to have a dunkable donut,
Yeah.
but it shouldn't be forced to dunk before you could
Right.
even possibly bite into it.
It's cardboard, dude.
I feel like there's a couple that I would be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll have some of that, and then, but like I don't think that you actually get what you're searching for with it. You know what I mean?
So you will like go, I'll have a piece of the coffee cake and feel
Exactly,
better
yes.
than if you bit into one of those waxy chocolate donuts.
Right.
The coffee cake was huge in my house growing up. My mom loved it. I acquired a taste for it. But even recently, they put out like like I don't know, for fall, like the apple donuts or whatever, I stop. Just like you, I'm like, do I want
Well,
this?
first
No.
of all, this is ridiculous. The only way to get those apple donuts is in the fucking orchard. You're not going to
Right.
get that in
You
the
can't.
supermarket.
You can't recreate that.
No,
Here's one
it's-
that I'll have a little weaknesses, and that's the chocolate yellow cake. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
you'll have a piece of it, but you'll regret.
I'll tell you the one that I would do would be the Entenmann's cheese Danish. It's like coffee cake shape. You can get a slice. That was the one that I would have. Now, was it great? Absolutely not. But I would eat it if made available to me.
Oh, I've had them before.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. If I was over at someone's house and they had set it out, I'd have every one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'd have every one of them.
I also shout out to the raspberry cheese Danish. Also was very good to me, which had a little
Right.
raspberry jam mixed in with the cheese.
Yeah, let's get to the bottom of it. I mean, there are people that lived for Entenmann's when I was a kid. I don't know if it's something that's moved on.
They have a massive stable of products. Even at
Yes.
at every supermarket in
They
the
do.
country, there is a fucking Entenmann's aisle. So someone's buying them.
I'm sure I don't even know like half of the products that they have available. They have a ton.
I say that the real thing is the waxy chocolate donut, though.
Right.
Like if
It's true.
somebody was going to say to me, "Do you want some Entenmann's?" and it wasn't the waxy chocolate donut, I would
Yeah.
be surprised. I don't
Right.
care how many products they have. It's almost like like you're saying, like a Lay's potato chip, but then
Right.
there are all the other stupid flavors that people come up
Sure.
with now. The dust that you can put over said potato chips.
The chocolate donuts have to be their signature dish, right? That's the flagship product.
I would
Has to
guess.
Yeah.
In New York, in bodegas, what was huge was just a small pack of powdered white donuts. Those were gigantic.
Oh,
yes. And I would eat those at a bodega or gas station when needed, which usually
Now-
means like you're like drunk or something.
They're literally only called a powdered donut, correct?
Yes,
I
exactly.
believe so, yes.
Here's Drew. Drew, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What do you say?
Yeah, so I don't think Entenmann's, I mean, Rich Frosted is obviously their flagship. I don't think they were
Rich
ever
Frosted.
good. But, when I was growing up, at my grandma's house, we didn't have a lot of money, so that was just always the dessert. So to us, they were delicious,
Right.
but going back and looking at it, not very good at all.
Drew's come up with a good point. The donut options have really gone we used to just have Dunkin' Donuts,
Right.
which Dunkin' Donuts has improved a lot. They were in a real couple decades in a bad place, and then
Right.
you would just have your store bought donuts. So good point that we did not have all the options. Here's Matt. What do you got for us, Matt?
Hey, Ronnie, $1,000,000, brother.
Million.
Hey.
So the ones with like the crumbs on them, they almost look like rabbit turds. Those,
Yes, it
I
was
know
like
what
a
you're talking about.
cinnamony crumb cake kind of a thing.
Yes.
those were good. They were usually the ones that were taken first in the assortment pack over the powdered or the chocolate.
Right.
Those little crumb deals were very sweet
Yeah.
and delicious.
They were.
Your aunt was very big into the powdered donuts, but she would only have it with orange juice. And then she did something that I never saw anyone else do before. She would dunk it in orange juice.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
very it was nice, like bright flavor. It's very good, actually.
I just can't go there. I'm going to be honest. I can't dunk cake into orange juice.
You know what I just realized when he said the crumb top? So I was like, oh, the crumb cake. I just remembered, too, they have the crumb donut, which has those same crumbles
Yes.
on a glazed with those, like, cinnamony crumbles on top. Very
Yeah.
good, actually. Now that I'm thinking of it, I might have to take it back with me saying they're not good.
They're not good. Jack in Florida.
Hey, Ronnie, man, I was brought up on Long Island. Entenmann's was made and originated from Bayshore, Long Island. They were really small. They were pumping out that stuff, and somehow they're making it exactly the same, however they're doing it.
It's never changed over all these years, huh? It's the same thing.
That chocolate donut is... I was brought up on that chocolate donut. I still love them today.
Now, here's the thing. First of all, I didn't know it was a Long Island product. But are we just thinking that because of New York City? Or are Entenmann's big everywhere in the United States? 844-762-5463. That's 844-ROCK-GOD. Here's Jennifer, Pennsylvania.
Hey, guys. Yeah, I wanted to say, you're right. The chocolate-covered donut's terrible. It's like wax on sawdust.
Yes.
But I do love the Louisiana Crunch Cake. Was pretty good. You warmed that up with maybe a little hot coffee or some milk, and it was pretty tasty.
So she's saying you still got to warm it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
You gotta
Like,
warm it up. You gotta maybe put some butter on there. You gotta.
I like the sound of
Do
that.
something to it.
I'm a big fan of putting butter on things myself.
Yeah, it's salty. And
I'll do
warm.
that literally with a cinnamon roll. I'll still throw some butter in the middle of it or on top of it. Why? For goodness. You know what I mean? For goodness sake. Mark in PA. Mark.
Hey, Ron, Mark from PA. I grew up in Massapequa on Long Island in the 60s.
Nice.
So Entenmann's was originally out there in Bayshore and in Brooklyn. What you guys are experiencing is they sold out to a Mexican company called Bimbo years ago, Bimbo brands, and they've changed all the formulas. So that's why it's all waxy and everything tastes like cardboard. It's not the same Entenmann's anymore, dudes.
All right. Hard Rock Johnny says he's got the inside scoop. What do you got for us, Johnny?
All right. So we've all tasted the rich, frosted chocolate donut. And the next time you eat it, I want you to think of an orange, because that is a secret ingredient that was never really talked about. They use orange extract in the chocolate, so it has a little bit of a different flavor.
Interesting.
But Johnny, you act like that fucking taste was great. It wasn't. It was like eating a candle on top of a fucking donut.
And then of course we all like. Do you ever not have one of the cakes? So, like for example, the fudgy, the golden cake with the fudge. That's always in the house, and there's always a knife in the box. You never take the knife out of the box.
He's right about that.
You leave it in.
You would
Put the knife back in, close the lid.
You would leave the knife, and it was just a butter knife.
Yes.
In the fucking box
Yep.
until it was all gone. This never once dawned on me until Johnny said it, and then it was like it was like somebody that was just touched, and they knew that they had heard truth. Why the fuck did every family do that?
You're like, why keep dirtying knives when we know we all just are going to keep having slices of this?
She was being shamed on the same thing.
Men will do this, and I've never seen a woman do it. Right? You use a knife, and instead of like putting it in the dishwasher, you leave it over the sink with the
hanging
knife
over.
part.
Yep. Yeah.
Hanging
Yeah.
on, 'cause
Yeah.
you know you're going to go back in for
Yeah.
another slice later.
Why clean it?
But no one even says it. No one ever says, like, your mom wouldn't say, hey, make sure you leave that knife
Right.
with the blade part over the sink.
It's like you have to
Everyone
come to that
invents
on your
it.
own. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go over to Brian in North Carolina. Brian.
Hey, so I grew up in Delaware County, much like you, and
Nice.
the only time I would see Entenmann's around the house would be if we were expecting company on a Sunday morning. So, I mean,
Right.
for that reason, it just seems like it wasn't supposed to be great. It was just supposed to be kind of okay. I like the donuts with the crumbs on them, but I'm not going to put that up against anything that you would get at like an actual donut shop.
True.
They were
All
just
right,
kind of
but I will say
cool
this.
and
You grew up with tasty cakes. And Entenmann's could never fucking touch a tasty
No,
cake.
of course not.
Nope.
No.
And that's what was going to be my next point. If I'm a sane, rational human being, why would I choose Entenmann's over anything made by Tasty Cake?
You're right.
Now, here's the thing. How come Tasty Cake never got in the shareable form of the baked goods? I've only seen them in individual package sized.
No. They have boxes.
They do.
that you could get. Yeah. They get boxes, but here's the thing. Even them, you go in. No one lays out fucking Tasty Cakes for their company. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
my aunt's coming over. I haven't seen her in 5 years. I'm going to lay out some fucking Tasty Cakes on a plate and act like we're, And yet Entenmann's gets fucking treated that way.
It
like,
does.
Entenmann's get treated like an actual cake when you could make the case it wasn't.
But could you imagine if there was like a large form of the butterscotch crimpet and that you could then lay out if it wasn't like individual, like you didn't have to like open each individual one.
But would it be good if it was large form? Is
Good
the
point.
thing that matters the most is that it's
Right.
smaller. Look who it is. It's Liz Sets Fire. Hey, Liz.
Hi, Liz.
Hey, buddies.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good.
Hope everything is looking up for you guys. I love you so much, and I'm
Oh,
wishing you
thank
all
you.
the best every second of every day.
Love you
but yeah,
too.
growing up on Long Island, down the block from the Entenmann's factory, one, it always smelled fantastic and made me a little bit of a connoisseur. But that earlier caller was correct. They sold to Bimbo. Everything got changed, and they took a lot of the good stuff away. Like growing up, my favorite thing was the filled chocolate chip crumb cake. It was like icing inside the chocolate chip crumb. They changed it to now it's just like a thinner crumb with the icing on top, which is fine. But I've found the workaround, and you have to buy the crumb cake and then the ice cake. You cut it in half and shove the icing in the middle, and it's almost like the original.
It sounds fantastic, and yet, is
Yeah.
it?
I know. It's
I
true.
mean, I feel terrible after, but sometimes I'll just scrape the icing out and have a nice little treat for myself.
Right. You have a nice treat, and then shame follows.
Right.
Now, I've been curious with something about you, Liz. So Justin Stengel was like, I want you to watch this TV series, Banshees. It's a couple years old, right? And I'm like, okay. And then Liz writes, I love Banshee, but I don't think you would. And I don't know how she meant that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm going to fully admit I like a lot of, I'm just going to say bad television.
Good.
And so the show is entertaining, but for you, like, I know you're going to watch this and you're going to be like, this is a piece of shit. Like,
Right.
the acting is not all that great. I liked it because there was a lot of, like, great fight, violent scenes. That's not your deal.
Right.
Like, I know that's not your thing. There's a lot of, like, gratuitous sex, which is sure, there's a lot of, good-looking people in the show. Great, I enjoy that. But if you're looking for, like, an actual show with some substance, probably not for you.
I wonder why Stengel loves it so much. But
Yeah.
also I know that Stengel's, I think both of them, but I know for sure Justin thinks that Deadpool is the highest thing that you could do in movies.
Really?
Right.
I
Loves
didn't-
Deadpool.
I've never
well,
seen
why,
a Deadpool.
Chris? You love it. You tried to
love
get me to
Deadpool.
watch Deadpool
You love Deadpool
3.
2 or 3 or something.
Three.
Deadpool versus Wolverine. Deadpool 3.
Right. Isn't that Deadpool 3?
I think, yeah, that's Deadpool 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I love the Stengels, and they're hysterical, but I'm going to say maybe for shows, a little bit of taste for shit.
Okay. I love what you're saying, Liz. Thank you. It was so great to talk to you. Adorable.
She's a cutie.
Mike in New York. Mike,
Hey, Ronnie, $1 million, buddy. How are you?
$1 million.
I got a guy at work who takes those small powdered donuts and swallows it whole. No chewing,
Oh,
no
God.
orange juice, no nothing. It's just right down the pipe.
We work
It's
together?
fantastic to see.
It's like
Wow.
a pill.
Yeah, that's really impressive because the powdered donut can be quite dry and it could
Yes.
gum up the works in there very
yeah.
easily. I'm shocked
But-
that someone could do that.
But no matter how big he is, your throat's only got so much room.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there eating 15, 16 of those little fucking powdered donuts.
I'm worried about him.
It could jam up. Hey, John. John, you're on the Bennington show.
Hey, guys. I kind of agree. Intimates has never been great, but they are pioneers. They were the first company to make the clear window in the box to where you can actually see what you were buying.
Yeah.
That's brilliant, but is it better to look in and say, here's your donuts?
Yes.
Or can you trust, you know what I mean, that the donuts are going to be in your windowless box?
This has donuts, right? I mean, you say it has donuts.
Does it have all the donuts? Because I'm looking through this window and I'm missing two. All right, Chris Stanley thinks he has a list as he gets into of the best Entenmann products. What do you got, Chris?
All right, so I do my own research, and I found the top 5 highest-selling products by Entenmann's. Number 5, the mini muffin with 580 million sold.
Really? Okay.
Number 4, the chocolate chip cookie at 620 million sold.
Oh, I forgot they just
3.
make a straight up just a
Yeah.
I
Not
forgot.
No
good.
window, by the way.
Yeah.
No window, but I'll say this. You're going to act like that's better than fucking Tate's?
Hell
I mean,
no.
nothing compares to Tate's.
No.
Nothing compares to
They're so
Tate's. All right, let's go, Chris.
Number 3, the butter loaf cake at 700 million sold.
Why
What
would
is
anybody eat a cape?
Cake, not cake.
The
You said
butter loaf
cake,
is
though.
just like that straight up, no icing loaf.
Yep.
Yes.
It's like a bun cake.
How
Old
is
lady
that number
stuff.
3? I mean, we've
Old lady.
we've came up with so many good ones. I'm shocked
Yes.
at this list so far. It's very dull.
Number 2, the mini crumb cake at 740 million sold.
A lot of people loving it,
Yeah.
And it looks like for poor people, that's a cake you could put out.
Right.
For poor ladies that do not bake themselves.
Exactly.
All right. And number uno.
Number 1, the chocolate donut at 780 million sold.
First of all, I would fight this whole list until they agreed with me that the chocolate donut is the thing. But also, let's all remember, being that sells the most and being, the best, two different
Right.
things.
Clearly, because the rest of this list, I think, is garbage.
The mini muffins are disgusting. I'll just say that right there.
Yeah, I think they're gross. I think they're really gross.
But who likes mini muffins? Housewives.
Oh.
Housewives. And I feel like when you hear about the full cakes, that's housewives. Okay? When you hear the mini muffins, you hear about that chocolate waxy donut? That's America itself. And that's one of the things that we were able to stop the straight after the straight was stopped for us.
Right.
You want to stop the straight? We'll both stop the fucking straight. How's that sound?
Bravo should do a Housewives of Entenmann's Alley, where it just focuses on housewives that just really pump Entenmann's products.
I know that you're saying that as some kind of a joke, but I do think it would work.
Right?
Here's Carla in New Jersey.
Hey guys, we always have
Hey.
the pecan Danish ring. And I'm
Oh.
going to correct you about the knife. We always left the knife in the box.
No, that's how this
Yes.
started. And we agree.
Yes.
Johnny brought
Yeah.
that up. I said yes, 100%.
Yes.
I was saying men leave the knife out over there. Had nothing to do with Entenmann's. I'm
Yes.
just saying across the board. When you don't have a box to put it in, you're still not going to go, I don't want to keep going for a clean knife. I'm not a fucking animal here.
No.
But the knife in the box, I'm going to go so far, I think that's only Entenmann's.
I feel like you would do it with a larger knife with a birthday cake, perhaps. And I always feel like it's a dangerous situation because that means I'm going back multiple times a day. If knife
Right,
is left in box,
If you get a birthday cake and it comes in a box, you get a shitty birthday cake. You know
no,
what I
like a
mean?
bakery box. I mean,
That's what I'm saying too. If you got to sit there and leave that thing in the box, you're not taking it out because you're fucking housing this cake in the
Oh, I
opening
see.
setting.
Yeah.
You've had
Yeah.
a terrible birthday. What is it? You and your mom sitting there together for your birthday with one candle instead of the normal amount? Now, let me ask this. I mean, first of all, Earl, are you a donut person at all?
Yes, I like donuts very much.
All right. Now, Chris, you've known him for over a decade and a half. You ever see him eat a donut?
Not once in my entire life, and I've spent a lot of time around Earl Douglas. Have I seen him eat any sort of donut?
26 years I've known him, never saw him eat a donut. All right, let's suppose you're up in Boston with your fucking buddies. You're going to Dunkin's, right? You're going to get some Dunkies. You don't drink coffee, so what are you going to order as your beverage?
If they have it, milk. I'll get some milk.
That's a child's thing. A grown man. First of all, he doesn't know that they sell milk. And yet he's a Dunkin' Donuts fan.
All right. Of course they have milk. It's everywhere in the place. You can pour it into whatever container you want. They might not even charge you for it.
Now, here's the other thing, Earl. You're going to order one donut next to your buddies up there in Boston. What are you ordering?
I would, if I'm in Boston, obviously get a Boston cream, but otherwise I get a chocolate glazed donut.
Well, first of all, don't act like a Boston cream is better in Boston than it would be in Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is why I know. This is why I know you don't eat donuts. No one would act like I'm in Boston, so I should get a Boston cream. Do you think the people in fucking in Boston put the Boston cream above everything else? So what was the real donut that you would get?
Chocolate glazed.
Chocolate glaze. I know. This is why we've never seen him. What about for you, Chrissy?
Give me a fucking iced coffee black and a French cruller. Love a French cruller. Love the texture.
Now, what would do you put that above a Bear Claw?
Ooh, because see, I used to be a Bear Claw head, and then I became French cruller boy. So, this is hard. My younger self would have won Bear Claw because I love a Bear Claw as well. As I've grown older, I've come more accustomed to the French cruller.
You've changed, bro.
I know.
You know what?
For the better? I don't know.
You've gotten dainty.
Yes. Almost dandyish.
It's so funny when Earl tries to guess what humans would say.
He can't, man. Guess what? Because he's not a human.
Well,
he's something else. He's ethereal.
To you. I mean, that's literally what I'm saying right now.
I was at a Dunkies last fall, and I got their fall donut, which was like apple cinnamon something crumble. Terrible. Not good.
I always have been curious why people in Boston act like the whole world doesn't have Dunkin' Donuts, and they act like it's the only place. And you're like, yeah, I'm very familiar with it. You know?
I can walk outside. There's 3 fucking Dunkin' Donuts within a 4-minute walk. It's ridiculous. They closed down a pizzeria on Flatbush, not a pizzeria, like a nicer pizza restaurant, and replaced it with a Dunkin' Donuts. I was furious.
They showed the thing from Paul Revere in Boston, and they said if he went now, he'd be able to hit 7 different Dunkin' Donuts on the way.
That's hysterical. I'm going to do that with the Trail of Tears.
Gail, who makes the best glaze donuts? Oh, wait. She's on her phone for a second. Sorry about that. She's dealing with a school call. Yes.
I like the non-glazed Dunkin' Donut chocolate. If I had to go chocolate, it's better than I think.
Yeah, but I wasn't going Dunkin' Donuts. I was saying what place has the best glazed donut. All right, let's go to John on Long Island.
Hey, Ron, how's it going, man? How you feeling?
Good.
I have to give a little insight on some of those topped Endemans things before. That plain pound cake toasted with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, good. And those mini muffins, my 8-year-old goes through bags of those every day. So I think it's mainly kids eating those mini muffins. But I have to advocate for the marshmallow ice devil's food cake. Screw the knife, a fork never left that box. I was just hitting it constantly.
But would other people share that fork as well?
No, that cake was
just
mine.
For you.
That's
just
my
a
cake.
Man living alone.
He's doing key bumps of cake.
No, I'm not alone, but that's my cake. That's my fork and my cake.
You wouldn't share your cake with your family?
they can have another one. They can have their own.
Can I tell you something?
My special treat for myself.
I judge people that way. If someone says that's my beer or that's my, these are my strawberries, you're not in a family.
No, you're just compartmentalized your entire life and your refrigerator for some screwed up reason.
You're a single man who happens to live around some children and a woman.
It's greed, dude. It's greed for your own treats.
It's just, greed to me, it's like you have this lust for whatever. But when you say something is just for you and you live with other people, I'm going to be honest right now. I don't even like it in roommates. When the roommate said, that's my thing there, don't touch it, you should just say, I don't want a roommate or I don't want this fucking roommate.
Yeah.
But, Gail, you've been married how long?
Coming up on 8 years.
8 years.
Next month.
You and Jack, you have 2 wonderful children. The 4 of you are a
Yes.
team. How would you feel if Jack said to everybody, this is my cake. Don't anyone else touch it?
I can't imagine. No, absolutely not. I know there are people who have households like that. For some reason, very often a man's thing. Like, this is dad's that. Like, you don't touch these. They're for him. I cannot imagine that. No. That's not how it goes. We're a family. It's a community.
You obviously don't want to be in a family.
No.
If you say no one touches my cake.
No.
And look, here's the other thing. If you fucking act like I don't want anybody eating this, then finish it. Sit there and do it once.
And also, is it a popular item with everyone in the house? Guess what you're going to have to do? Buy more of it. If this is a special treat that everyone seems to like, looks like you're buying 2 of those because that's the way it's going to go. You don't just say you have to deprive yourself of this thing that's going to hover in the cabinet or in the fridge. No, that's bullshit. I don't like that at all.
No, it's terrible. Hey, Dan. Dan, what's up? Dan, North Carolina?
Hi, Dan.
Okay. Let's go over to Paul in New Jersey. Paul.
Hey, I know Earl's lying about the Boston cream donuts in Boston because I heard him say, oh, I get butter on my bagel, except in Philadelphia, obviously, I put cream cheese. And when I go to Kentucky, I obviously get KFC. He's never had any of those foods. He's just lying as usual.
He is. And it's okay, Earl, to lie. You know what I mean?
What's the lie? I need to know the lie.
Well, the lie is when I said, what donut would you go to if you're at Dunkin' Donuts? And he goes, I go, you're up there with your friends in Boston. You go out and get some Dunkies, right? So he goes, if I'm in Boston, I'm going to go for Boston.
Stop, my stomach.
Yeah. Boston cream, but he goes, anywhere else I would pick. And then we laughed and pointed.
Yeah,
that it makes I go, it tastes the same in Boston as it does in Chattanooga or fucking Phoenix. And look how Earl is not fucking smiling. He's there angry.
I've said this before. The thing, does he like to be teased? Probably not. But the number one thing is food and lies. And if you combine those two, you get crazy, Earl. If you tell him you lied about something or if you mock him in some way about food.
Earl?
Look.
What do you mean, look? Just fucking say that you just say, guys, I lied. I wanted everybody to like me.
I didn't lie. I like Boston cream donuts and I like glazed chocolate donuts.
But that's not it. You said, obviously, I'm in Boston.
And man, if you're in Boston, get a cup.
That doesn't make fucking sense.
Are we?
You're not making sense.
Are we talking about a chocolate glazed or are we talking about a chocolate iced? These are 2 different things.
Glazed.
Is there? It does chocolate
exist.
Ice makes sense.
But here's why. I just didn't really trust that he was actually talking about chocolate ice. A glaze. Because he feels more like a chocolate iced guy to me, if I had to guess.
I'm going to tell you this. Frankie 4 years old. So Frankie's over the other day, and she's behind me, and she's saying something, and she goes, "Daddy," and so she screwed up and called me her dad's name, right? So I smiled, I turned around and looked at him, and she goes, "Daddy," and then she looks up at me, and she goes like this, "Daddy is coming over later, and he's going to do this thing." And then she started the next sentence with "Daddy," and then the next sentence with "Daddy," to cover the fact that yeah. And I'm like, "Honey, you're turning into Earl Douglas." And she was like, "I am not." And I go, "You were afraid to admit that you made a mistake." You know? You're afraid to admit that there's no reason for you to get a Boston cream in Boston
that's not
because it's the same fucking donut, no matter where you go. Two, here's the other thing that he said. And I go, "You don't drink coffee. What are you going to drink?" And he said, "Milk if they had it." He doesn't understand that every place that sells donuts also sells milk.
Legally, they have to.
Yes. And it's because he never buys donuts. He's never been in a donut shop. He just doesn't do it.
I'm not a donut boy, you know? That's
Yeah.
not my thing. You can say that.
Look, when you're in...
Just stop saying fucking look, bro.
That's his new crutch.
Because you're acting like, let me speak down to you.
Oh.
I would never speak down to you. Never, ever.
Well, what's the point of what you're saying?
But when I have that craving for a donut, I will go to Dunkin' Donuts and get...
You don't. You don't even know that there's milk there. And then he says when that cream filled. His fucking Boston cream is just the chocolate ice with cream inside. That's it.
Right, exactly.
Why were you acting like if they have milk?
Because I'm a juice or water guy, and then not
Well,
with
then
my
why
donut.
would you say juice or water? Why would you say milk? You're gonna have water in a donut?
But it doesn't. That's my point. I'm not. It wouldn't go with a donut. Milk
Okay,
goes with
I
a
am
donut.
not playing with a guy who's afraid to fucking say he said something stupid. I'm not doing it. It's too
Yeah.
aggravating.
Imagine that this is how Chris acted every time I was like, "Oh, Chris, why'd you pronounce it like that?" If he was just like, I didn't do that.
Actually, you're the one who pronounced it wrong. What? See?
I do everything right.
I do everything right all the time.
He's so aggravating. I never even saw him have juice. He says I'm a water or juice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Free is what you like. Free.
Juice.
You know what I want to bring up? He's a tea bro. He's the guy
Yeah.
who said, I
Right.
drink tea constantly.
Oh,
green
that's
tea.
right. And
Never
then
happened.
This was a huge fight.
No shade.
I believe this was Vito era, correct? That Vito
Yes.
really went crazy on him. He said, "I sit in the same booth as you every day. I've never seen you drink tea." Then you guys had a big fight about it because one, it's involving food. Two, it's involving him saying he lied. Earl loses his mind. And then the next day, Vito loses his mind because Earl comes in with a cup of tea. Because the
Giant
day
cup.
before, he swore that he did. And then Vito called him out on that. And then he was so mad. He was so furious at Vito.
Earl drinks seltzer, and that's because it's free here. That's
Yeah,
the only
sure.
thing he drinks.
Of course.
Serena actually said to me one day, she goes, every day I got to hear this guy slurping down seltzers.
Another thing. So I started drinking iced coffee. I was like, hey, Earl, I'm about to be at the studio. Grab me an iced coffee if you don't mind, if you got the time. And he would bring me a cup of coffee with no ice in it and a cup of ice.
Hot coffee,
Yes.
and then a cup of ice.
Which is only going to get you lukewarm coffee. It's not going to get you iced coffee. That's going to melt immediately.
I loved it. I loved it when he did that.
Let me tell you something. So yesterday there was a big brouhaha at work. So we have the fishbowl that we do interviews, front rows, musical guests, whatever. And upstairs, you can walk by and look down into the fishbowl.
Yes.
Well, yesterday they frosted the window. Somebody came in
Unreal.
and frosted the window. and a lot of the people who work upstairs were hurt because they're acting like, hey, we work here too, and when the celebrities come in, we'd like to see them.
Yes.
Is that too much?
It's a nice little looky-loo that people enjoy to have. And guess what? It's not a major distraction because you're above the eye line level.
Right.
And you get to kind of peer down and see a big celebrity. It's very exciting.
Now, the 37th floor, and a lot of those folks work, at their desk all day, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what they're doing. Seems like some kind of important work. And they're like, this is pointed at us. We're the only people who do this.
Yeah.
And they're like, the other show, we're in the thing with the people. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we don't need to be up there looking down. Today, an email went out. We made a mistake. We certainly didn't mean to hurt everybody's feelings. The frosting will come down today. The frosted window is done.
Oh, the people have spoken.
One of the reasons is everybody blamed it on the highest management here. You know what I mean? Everybody thought it was coming from the highest management. But what if Earl was willing to say, I apologize. I said something. I tried to guess instead of being myself. I didn't go for the joke. And I said something so antisocial that no human being would say it. And it stopped the bit while we were doing it. Would you have respect for him if he took personal responsibility that way?
Yes, of course. Yes, people can change.
Yeah, exactly, Gail. And I would also finally gain respect, and I would start liking Earl. I love him, but as we've discovered, I don't like Earl. But I do love him, and maybe get to respect.
That's what happens with family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're like, I hate my uncle, but I'm going to invite him because he's my uncle and I love him.
Right.
But I wish he wouldn't be here.
I still feel uncomfortable around him.
Now, Earl, do you understand any things we're saying?
Yes, I understand what you were saying.
Do you know that you and Deb had a fight about this very thing today? And you dug in with your coworker?
We had a disagreement. I mean, again,
a disagreement is a fight. You can have a fight at work. It's fine.
Yeah, there was a situation that, frankly, I'm still trying to explain and trying to.
What was the situation?
Yeah,
Help.
give it to me.
Well, what happened was I sent out a text yesterday, I thought I sent out a text yesterday, and then when I went to open up my laptop, I heard the said text go off, and she had just received it. She claimed I just sent it. I'm like, she said it didn't matter now. I'm like, well, I'm just confused on why it didn't go out in the first place.
But because you didn't watch it go out. You have a responsibility. If it's work, I'm not saying with your friends, but if you're sending out a text or an email for work-related things, that's your responsibility. Well, who are you blaming? Your laptop?
Well, yes, because I said that was one of the first things I did, and the last thing I did before I left here was to close the laptop. That's what I was confused about. That was my confusion.
Why won't you just take personal responsibility? That's it. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I made that mistake.
I mean,
if you have a defective laptop, throw it out. Throw it out the fucking window. Throw it down 36 floors.
We're drowning in laptops here that work. I have 2.
Why won't you take responsibility that you didn't send the text?
I went out.
I know that you thought you did. It didn't go out, or it wouldn't have been there when you opened your fucking laptop. What you were explaining doesn't happen.
But that was the point I was making. I was like, I don't know how this happened. I don't believe this is.
I will tell you how it happened. Can I? You didn't give a shit whether it went out or not, and that's fine, except for if you're at work and it has work stuff to do. Yeah. You're responsible.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I am responsible. But I was just confused. It was the first.
Why bring it up?
Thing I did.
Why? Why not just you didn't? You made up every excuse other than it was you. Derailer.
Derailed.
Look, Earl, it happens. I fucking thought I've sent emails, but they're drafts. I thought I've sent a text, but I didn't hit send. But you got to own it. Like, I will say, like, oh.
You got to own it.
That.
Yeah,
and that was
yeah.
my fucking responsibility.
It's a human
and I fucked it up, whatever.
experience.
Yes, exactly. You're human, Earl. I think.
Why do you think that we end up wait a minute. Did you see this thing?
Yeah, I just saw it.
Does that mean she gets an actual Emmy?
I think so, yeah.
That's insane.
That's really cool.
It's a friend of ours.
Ooh.
Who got something that I never got, and that's an Emmy.
Yes.
And the reason why, they said they won't include radio in the Emmy Awards. And I just found this out. Also, the Oscars do not
that's
include
crap.
radio.
And I
Now,
really wanted one of those.
Golden Globes do have Best Podcast, but nothing for people in radio. You have to go out as a pod.
So you have to pre-record it.
Also, by the way, I still haven't gotten that thing from High Society that I've been dying to hear.
We love you, and it's coming.
I'm sorry. It's almost like you would be the last one. I'm going to put you with Earl. You saying you could have? You know what I would have loved if you said?
What's that?
I don't give a shit.
That's
okay. You've got cancer. All right. I don't care what stage you are. 4? Is that even a lot?
Who would say that?
How many stages are there? 10?
I can't believe you'd say that, Chris.
I would never say that.
I'm keep hoping I hear for a higher stage than 4.
I don't know if anyone's ever said that before.
Here's our buddy Frank in the Bronx.
I mean, just based on that alone, they should all be fun. Every single last one of them.
True.
Earl can't get anything right. This guy wants you dead already. What the fuck is going on with this staff?
I was texting with you at 2 a.m. last night.
Stanley, let's not get crazy. Don't yell at me because you're stupid, all right? Take it easy.
You're stupid.
Number one. And number two, you know the show's coming back, Ronnie B, and I might have a part on it. Your fire's coming back, baby. You're fired.
Yeah, I saw that. They're bringing back The Apprentice.
Get out.
Yeah.
Yes.
But guess who's going to host it?
Who?
Don Jr.
No.
Oh, my
No.
God. He does like to do an impression of his dad sometimes.
It's a good impression. I'm going to see if I can't get Earl in that thing and see if his he could sit in the boardroom and say, I did send it out. That's what I don't understand. I sent it out. And then when I opened it, I heard ding because it was sent out right then, which also doesn't happen, by the way. You still have to push send.
I have a question to that. Can I ask one question about the email thing? Were you on a Mac or a PC, Earl?
It was on my iPad.
All right, so a Mac. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. There's usually no sound that comes out of the fucking thing. Because I have a Mac right here. Don't make no sound when I text.
I finally proved. I'm finally proved.
Star Child isn't real. Finally
Deb.
prove.
Yes.
Was it a time sensitive thing
Yes.
that he sent out?
You may notice there's no prep from Earl today on your documents. And he was sitting right next to me. He opens his iPad and here's the ding. His face freezes and he says the phrase, I just opened my iPad, and then repeated, I just opened my iPad for the next 5 minutes. As if that would mean anything.
Gail, you better take him to a Choco therapy.
Yes, you're going to have to get Choco therapy for sure. I don't know if you know about this new therapeutic treatment you can get, but there is a restaurant in New York City. I believe it's like Michelin star kind of restaurant, right? Ooh. And they do this thing that they do tableside called Choco therapy, where they pour chocolate sauce all over your hands and then give you a sugar scrub. So you're exfoliating your hands with the chocolate and the sugar scrub, and then you're meant to lick it off your hands.
Do you think Earl would do that?
And there is people who are doing that. I don't know. I feel like Earl is so skittish about bodily things. I don't even think he could be in a restaurant watching someone do this. Here we see an example of a woman doing it, licking it off her fingers. And by the way, if you're exfoliating, that means you're getting dead skin off your hands. So now you're eating that dead skin. It's just a little bit weird, but
at least it gives them some crunch.
yes. She's licking it off the hands, and then she said it was actually very good. Well, chocolate sauce is good, lady.
Yeah,
Of
everybody
course it
likes
is.
to just have
Yeah,
chocolate.
we like to taste. Of course, we like chocolate and sugar. That's one of the things we enjoy to taste. But you know, it's quite gimmicky, and I don't think it's necessary. I really don't.
Now, let me also bring this up. When you were explaining, so I pitch it to you, you line it up, and I think it's a Michelin star restaurant. Chris goes like this. Oh, he just makes the little thing. Oh, which I think is an OCD that he has as a kind of a narcissistic. And I'm here.
Oh my God, that's fat. You know what? I didn't even hear him do it. I must have tuned it out because I know you do it.
Well, I'm going to say, I was genuinely surprised a Michigan star restaurant.
Michigan Star. A Michigan fucking star restaurant.
What the fuck? Oh, Michigan. When I'm in Michigan, I'll go to a Michigan star restaurant. That's for sure.
That's a Detroit pizza place. Is a Michigan star restaurant.
Somebody has to start
Holy
that there.
shit.
Michigan star. Now see,
Ooh.
he knows he's done
Ooh.
it. He knows he's done it, and he's not saying he didn't say Michigan star.
Right.
I fully admit I said Michigan versus Michelin star.
Yes.
But why didn't you lie like Earl and act like I don't know how this happened?
I didn't say that.
Or it is Michigan.
Either way.
Earl's going to go to a Michigosh fucking star restaurant.
Ooh.
Earl, I'm going to tell you right now, take that glare off your fucking mug. We're doing a comedy show. I'm fucking telling you, bro. I'm telling you, I can't sit there and look at a sour face. Everybody else is ball busting and having fucking fun. Why don't you take a little walk in the hall, walk it off. I'll throw it to break. But you can only do so much no fun before that's fucking it.
Yeah, really?
All right. We'll be right back. Bennington.
Faction Talk 103. It's the Bennington Show. Faction Talk 103. It's the Bennington Show.
David from Virginia punching in. I started listening to you when you're down here in the beautiful, sprawling suburbia of Northern Virginia at 10800 Main. And the first show I listened to, you're doing a comedy pyramid. And I was just like, I don't know what is happening with this show, but I'll listen a second time. And then it's a third time and a fourth time, and years and decades later of experiencing the comedic genius of Ronnie B. So thank you truly for that. Your uncanny ability to connect with people and form community has been such a joy to be a part of. Also, seeing and hearing over the last decade, Gail having and possessing that same gift has been incredible. So I don't know that you meant to sit behind a mic and mean so much to so many people, but you have. And so we are here for you, Ron. You're truly $1 million.
This is Larry in Yonkers. Throughout so many milestones of my life, there you are, keeping me company from day one of RonandFez.com, all through 9/11, years later while I was in the hospital recovering from a brain injury, all of it. When Lori called, you spent half the show helping us make a list of songs for our wedding in Maine. When we were worried about having enough money to raise a kid, your words made our decision. Whatever you have, that's what it costs. When I sat with my father at the end, I wrote to you. You use this amazing gift to see people for who they are as this beautiful way to live your life in service to anyone who listens. You and your family have been there for us. We are here for you. I love you, my friend.
Get well, Ronnie B. This is Kathleen. I'm going to try not to ramble here because I'm overwhelmed by a million thoughts for you. And if I had my way, I'd be able to reflect right back to you all of the happiness, coolness, joy, friendship, everything good that you brought my way right in this message. But the thought that keeps rising to the top is that when Brian and I met you in Fezzi 23 years ago, we found our people. And that's such a big deal, you know? We found our people in you guys, your chick who we love so much, and now 11 years with beautiful Gail and the Bennington show. I love all you guys. And the amazing community that surrounds you. I just feel like it's the sweetest and we're the luckiest. And I love you every day and forever. And I'm going to say this ain't no hill for a high stepper, and you got this. Yeah. All right, peace out, homie.
Hey, buddies. This is Ronnie from Ringgold, Georgia. And I've been listening since you got the XM with Fez and watch you take it to a whole different level with your daughter, which is just amazing. I started dating my girlfriend right before COVID, and I introduced you to her by running into her office all the time, either where she could hear Gail's wonderful laugh after you said something funny, or just something that teared us both up. So not only did you make us laugh, you filled our hearts. And I personally want to thank you for putting me on music that I overlooked in my life, in particular Bowie and Roxy Music. So from Ronnie and Allison, we love everybody up there, and you're going to be okay. Say the goddamn fucking words. Love you.
I'm not sure I can bring us back from break anymore. I keep failing at this.
You're gonna be okay.
Say the goddamn words. Are you a doctor?
Two things. One, I don't like the music playing along. I like just hearing everybody's voice. I think that's better. Two, Larry reminded me some things I forgot about, like how excited we got to come up with a playlist.
Yes.
For their wedding.
God. So fun.
Kathleen from the Bronx has always been like an angel in my life, and Bri is an angel for me as well. But I also like hearing new voices.
Yes,
you know?
David, and the message from Ronnie and Allison was so great. It's just like, I mean, these are incredible. It's just really incredible.
You know what's bad, though, is like people saying these nice things. When I just had a small meltdown about Earl not wanting to fucking contribute and give me the fucking stink eye while we're trying to do a fucking comedy show. And I said to them, do not bring his fucking name up to me. Don't send me a thing that Earl did something, because it fucking sucks every time. He's doing a stink face right now. Earl, I know you're going through a lot, but so am I. And I just want to have some fun in here for a couple hours a day.
Please.
I was in a bad fucking place yesterday and today, and then I come in and I start having fun, and I literally feel better when that happens.
Yeah. And like that, I keep thinking about that too, about this show is like, you know, we keep getting these incredible messages of like what Ron means to everybody, and it's also like it goes the other way too. Like doing this show means so much to us, and it's been such a point of strength and comfort.
It is.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I put the caregivers first. What Gail's done, unbelievable. What Chris has done, unbelievable. What Deb's done, unbelievable. And then that's it. Then I got one guy giving me the stink eye when I'm just trying to have fun.
Have fun with it.
I'm not going to include. And I might have to put a frosted glass up.
Please
front of
stop.
myself.
Please.
in front of him.
Just frosted glass the the whole studio.
I think with the frosted glass situation, if they would have done like brick, it would have been accepted better because it'd be like.
I don't.
Can I tell you something? They turned around and did the right thing.
They did. They did right.
A lot of places won't do that, but they did the right thing.
Yes. Yeah.
And I commend.
Oh,
absolutely. It's true.
I commend the big bosses. First of all, they probably had nothing to do with it. It was some lower level
Right, who
person
thought-
who probably like, you know what looked nice? Frosted glass.
Right.
It doesn't, by the way. On any
Right.
The reason why you have glass is that it can be seen through.
Maybe it was
But I
someone from the booking department who was just like, I don't want people looky-looing at my guests.
Possibly.
Could have been anybody. Could have been
Anyone.
somebody just in maintenance. Like,
Oh,
it's
sure.
easier to fucking clean frosted glass.
Well, I guess let's listen to facilities.
I mean, if I had to fucking say it was anybody, I'm just going to say it was Earl. Because the way he treated me today.
No, because it got done.
Earl, you should leave me a thing like this. This is Earl. One thing I like to do to Ronnie B is give him a stink eye while he's trying. I'm going to tell you, if I was doing stand-up and a guy was making that fucking face, I'd have jumped off the fucking stage.
I'd rather get a stink face than a stink eye from someone.
Rikishi.
The stink face is one of the
Rikishi.
grossest things that's happened.
Unbelievable.
Rikishi.
And you're going to give it to Rikishi over Yokozuna, who invented
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
That's a cover song, what Rikishi did. There is a 2-part documentary on Hulk Hogan on Netflix right now. And it goes on for, I don't know, I guess it's 3 hours or something. And there's not one new thing to learn. You know what I mean? There's like, he was in Rocky.
Oh, wow. The only thing I learned was Werner Herzog was a wrestling fan. I had no idea that he was like because he's like a talking head in it.
Werner Herzog understands that the pathos of wrestling, it's every time the bell rings, we are closer to death. And it's why people are drawn to this comic voice of large men in tights rubbing against each other in a homoerotic fashion. A fashion as if they are wrestling death itself.
Nailed it. Fucking nailed it. That's pretty much what that motherfucker says.
Lisa Kudrow said that when she was on Friends, the writers would yell at her and say stupid bitch and stuff like that.
Oh, my God.
And then the writers sat around and talked about banging her co-stars, right? And I'm like, well, that's really uncomfortable, but you were a star on a network show. Have those people fired or demoted?
That's what I was just thinking. Is I was like, look, I know that having a great writers on the show is important, but guess what? There's a million people beating down the door trying to get into writers' rooms. Like, they're replaceable. Like, that's the crazy thing. It's a committee of writers. You know, it's not like, oh, we need this one voice and that's it. But you know who's not replaceable? Phoebe. You can't get a new Phoebe. Okay? Like, and the second someone called her a bitch, she would have been like, oh, is that right? Okay. That's the end of them. They're done.
She's also acted like she was the least favorite friend when I'm like, I know a lot of people, particularly ladies, put Phoebe at the top.
I put her at the top. I always did. I always put Phoebe at the top. I thought
Ross
she was a genius.
was the most unliked, right? I mean, from what I
Yeah,
can tell.
you're right.
And for that reason, I feel like he's probably better than people give him credit for, because people really put the boots to Ross.
It also doesn't matter because I remember hearing a story about Ross where he built a house in Manhattan with all his friends' money. Like it was.
Yeah, but that's not the only. I mean, it still fucking hurts your feelings. And here's the thing: I remember him playing a part called 2B, which was his, I think, and it was like whatever the David Caruso show at the time was. I don't think it was the famous one. I think it was something before that, where David Caruso was a partner with somebody, and like he played a little part, and we watched it. And we were like, that guy's fucking great. But the thing is, he was given the whiner lines on Friends. You know what I mean? Like, you could blame that on the fucking writers.
Right.
You know? Now, a friend of mine said this to me because something came up and they said, I bet Amy Poehler would be difficult to be in a relationship. And I'm like, you're fucking nuts. She's funny and sexy at the same time.
Absolutely.
And they said no, because on some fucking scale, I don't know if it's a therapy scale, but she gave herself the worst thing that you could get.
What? First of all, I feel like she would be a great partner to have. In fact, when she had a very funny comedic marriage with Will Arnett, and we found out they were splitting, I immediately was like, what did you do, Will Arnett? It didn't even occur to me for a second that it could be Amy's fault.
Of course
You just reminded me because Will Arnett was in the thing for breaking up with his model girlfriend. So the reason this started, I'm like, why can't Will Arnett keep a fucking girlfriend?
Right.
And that's when this friend said, oh no, Amy's not easy. I'm going to find out what the... I'm having trouble with my phone.
Maybe she isn't easy, but she's awesome.
I feel like she
Why would you
be
say she isn't
easy?
easy?
I feel like she
I don't
would be.
know.
Can I just
You ever
say
watch
this?
your podcast? She's a doll in there.
Oh, she's
I was going to say this. It's not easy for me to always watch podcasts, and it's very difficult for me to listen to interviews. I feel like, I'm sitting there and critiquing. Her interviews are so comfortable, so fun, so nice, so her. She's so charming. I can't think of what could possibly be difficult. I feel like if you had a chance to date Amy Poehler, you would be like, how can I improve upon myself on a daily basis so I don't mess this up? That's what I would be thinking.
That's smart.
Why have you changed back over that one just a second before?
You said maybe she is difficult, but she's worth it. She's literally not difficult.
I'm just saying, we don't know for sure. Now,
We know for
I
sure.
do.
I know her. I know her on a very deep personal level. She's a close personal friend of mine from watching her in things for years. I can't think of what could ever be difficult. You know what? People loved working for her on that show too, on Parks and Rec. That was one of the main things that people were saying was like the environment that she created, and that every day is fun, and that like when they stepped back, they're like, I don't know if this show's gonna work, but I know I want to go to work every day. Like that was about the environment she was creating.
And she probably kept disease in check, to be totally honest.
In check? How? She gave him.
She didn't let him fish hook anyone.
That's what I was getting at.
And Chris, you didn't bring up the David. Was the David who created the wall?
That's David Pasquale. Yes, David, who we just played coming back from break. That's David Pasquale.
Why didn't we say it then? Because I didn't know that was him.
Because I screwed up. That was me. I had to run to use the bathroom very quickly. I'll be honest. But yes, that was
not
David.
an excuse. Okay.
I'm not
That's
trying to
not
throw
an
excuses.
excuse.
I'm not trying. I am zero excuse Stanley. That's what you can call me.
Look, am I crazy? Or is Earl still making a stink face?
I mean,
don't, Earl.
I'll say it's a smell face heading towards a stink face.
Hold on, I got my fucking phone is fucking around with me, and I've got this thing. All right, the thing that she gave herself an 8, an Enneagram 8. Have you ever heard of this
I have
scale?
heard of the
I think
numbers. Yeah.
therapists use it. So she was doing some show, and she was like, "Where's my Enneagram 8s?" And they're like, "That's the worst one." And then they were saying, "I think Ron is an 8." And then they read the stuff out, and like,
I have
a
never
lot
taken
of
a
nice
test.
things were considered bad. But then they were like, "We're 2s and 4s, and we're fucking great."
It sounds like this Enneagram test was made by 2s and 4s just so they could put themselves over. Whatever
I've never
2s and
taken it,
4s
but
mean.
some people feel very strong. I think you would like put your number on your dating app or something, and like somebody would be like, okay, now I know your personality. I don't have to even deeply look in. I got a cheat sheet on who you are. But I don't think I've taken it before.
The Enneagram 8s are often called the challenger because of how fiercely bold and confident they are. At their healthiest, you will never find a better champion. But at their unhealthiest, they can be preoccupied with betrayal and are destructive.
Interesting. Does it ring true to you when you hear it?
Nothing rings true to me at all anymore.
Yet who amongst us isn't destructive? Like, what is this scale?
Some people are.
Well, most people are not destructive. If you take a look at the world, most people aren't going around destroying stuff.
I think it's a large spectrum of destruction.
I know.
Okay.
I know. You must be an 8 too, or maybe even a 9.
Okay, I just checked because I was like, I remember somebody had told me to take it. And like, you know how you can search terms your text and find something that you had sent years ago? I did, in fact, take it, and I was a 2.
That's the nicest one you could be.
And I'm here saying, I'm not sure. I wonder if it's just this era of me in motherhood that I'm coming out as a 2. Like, I wonder if in a different time of my life, I wouldn't be 2.
You probably are a 2 around your kids.
Yeah.
Producers, could you check? Thank you. And like, don't just sit, move it. You know what I mean? Move it and groove it. All right, it is the Bennington Show. We're on a Thursday here. One of the reasons why I guess I'm destructive is because I point out when people are putting themselves above the show. And despite all the nice things that were said today, even though we should have known David's voice and made a bigger deal out of it, but we could try to talk about our underwear instead of fucking focusing on the game plan that we're doing. Or we could bring up everything that's happening somewhere else. Here's Bill. Bill, what's up?
Hey, quick raw story for you. One is he played Apartment 4B on NYPD Blue.
That's
season 1
right.
with Caruso.
That's right.
And then-
4B.
Yeah, he was in the laundry room and he got like held up or something. So then
Right.
he ended up just being obsessed, and every night he was down there doing laundry, waiting for the guy with a gun. And I think he ended up getting shot at the end of it.
He got getting killed. And like, he had like just a 2-part, like a 2 different show thing. And everybody cried when he died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was like a guy who wasn't a tough guy, who this thing happened to, this humiliation thing happened to, and people like were really touched. And then he got the part in Friends like a year or 2 after that, and in the Friends reunion. And make sure he goes into the Pretty Good Prize Closet, because that was a great pickup by Bill and Mass. But when he got in, he was like excited to have a show, and then he met the rest of the cast, and then he met fucking Joey, and he was like, "Oh fuck, women are gonna love this fucking guy." And not me."
Yeah, and they did. I feel like, you know what? I feel like Monica was written better in early seasons, and then like I think they did her kind of wrong as later seasons. Like they made her difficult in the way that people think Amy Poehler is, but she isn't. And I don't know, if you watch early seasons, like that wasn't really the vibe.
But Amy Poehler is an Enneagram 8, and that's the worst thing that you could be. The flat out worst thing that you could be. I remember when I was looking for that Albert Brooks interview.
Yeah.
Colleen from Moon Tower just checked in, and she said it was not taped. They did not want to tape it. They want to just keep it as a live event. only.
Right.
Why not tape it? And then if it's great, put it out. And if you don't like it, don't put it out.
Yeah, just bank it up.
That's the way
You
to
think
do it.
I wouldn't go to that if I heard it was taped? Like, oh, I'll just wait until the tape. All right, Chris, what's on your mind today?
So this has gone viral yet again. It's the reason for why Jamiroquai broke up with Winona Ryder, and his own words were because her breasts were too big and she wanted to have sex too much. And this story has been going re-viral for like 15, 20 years. And every time it's the same reactions, like, oh, Jamiroquai's an asshole.
All right, wait a minute. Let's stop it here. First of all, I'm hearing it for the first time.
Oh.
I know that she dated a lot of guys in band, but that
Right.
fucking guy is just sitting around walking, on a fucking moving sidewalk.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Two, why would a guy bring up a woman that was sweet enough to be with him with having a beef about it and then getting
Right.
people to think about her sexually?
Yes. I mean, this is tacky. This is as tacky as a fuzzy hat.
I know.
But what else is also tacky? I hadn't seen this story. Why is Chris bringing up the size of her breasts,
Right.
and her sexual prowess?
I'm just reporting on what the world is talking about, at least on
then-
Twitter.
Well, here.
Isn't Jeremiah? Isn't he doing it too? Plus,
Yes.
I thought that was the group's name and not his.
So I call him Jamiroquai, but yes, I think his name's Jay. So
I'm just finding this out for the first time. I've always thought it was Jamiroquai. Always.
No, that was the
I
name of
had
the
no
act.
idea.
Ron's correct.
And I only thought they had one hit.
They only have one hit. That's it. I
Virtual
mean, maybe
Insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's a Jamiroquai head out there that's saying no, they have plenty, but I mean,
no,
it's one.
You don't get
He's
to
known
decide.
for-
Also, I feel like while she does have large breasts, it's because of her frame. She's a teeny lady.
Right.
And so it's not like I wouldn't call them vulgar or preposterous in any way. I feel like they're on the larger side for her petite frame.
Mm-hmm. I mean, his exact words from this interview was, "She has enormous breasts, bigger than they look on film." I don't know why he was talking like the guy's nuts. I don't.
Something about that feels like he's insecure about something. Like, did her large breast make him feel small, perhaps, in some way?
Interesting.
That's the only way. Look, if you're putting it out there, Jamiroquai, I'm going to start making guesses about your own anatomy.
It looks bigger than on a, I don't know, music video set.
Deb, could you put the passcode on a thing and hold it up? Can you write it down and then hold it up so I can see it? To get into that, or no? You don't have it?
I'm not sure what you want the passcode to.
Okay, never mind. All right, it's the Bennington Show on a Thursday. Watched hockey all last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, the more I watch hockey, the dumber every other sport looks. I mean, hockey is so fast,
Yes.
so exciting.
It's really.
Why haven't people caught on?
I know. But you know what's really growing is the women's hockey league has been just like unbelievable in this past year. And it makes me I feel like it's good for the sport in general. Like, I feel like,
Well,
I don't know.
You know, I mean, we've always said something is good for hockey, and it never works out that way.
Mm-hmm.
But there was also a really amazing thing that took place at a Buffalo Sabres game where they were doing the Canadian national anthem, because they always do both
Yes.
national anthems like that. And the mic was going out, and the people of Buffalo were singing the Canadian national anthem loud and proud.
I love that so much. And I love their national anthem. It's just a really good one. It's singable. I feel like it's so solid. Kind of like makes me a little embarrassed about ours because ours feels like just impossible to sing and not fun. Theirs is very fun to sing.
Well, let's play it. We don't want to just sit on our heels. Let's grab it. And you just have to listen to the crowd as this thing starts to go out on her and how the crowd picks her up.
It seems to be a sound issue. One more.
Never mind. I don't want to put us in a bad spot like that.
You know, I was thinking about this was like with Canadians is I love Canada so much. Ron, you love Canada. We've discussed this. And I feel like a lot of people were like, man, if I would love to be a Canadian. Love to move there. It's just something about Canadian culture is great. How do Canadians feel about like not only American expats, but like what's their feelings in general on immigrants? Do they have a very
I don't think they're any better than us.
Right.
I think that they are just nicer when they say it.
Right, that's true. They do have that going for them. But I don't know. I know a lot of people who are like, should I just move to Canada? Like,
well, we've always been like that since Vietnam. But did you get your sound fix, Chris?
Yes, we did. And here's the national anthem from the Sabres game.
Oh, Canada, our home and native, hatred, love, with glowing, we see such a strong and from far and wide, okay, and on guard, glory.
oh, that's so great. I feel like they stood on guard for thee.
But here's the thing. We're talking not about Canadians.
Yeah.
That is people from Buffalo. That's Americans.
It's so sweet.
The people
Deb,
of
you
Buffalo.
don't have it?
I'm
Remember from Florida?
I'm looking.
Yeah, that was the whole point, that we would have it. Yeah, it was that was the people of Buffalo, and obviously hockey fans who are used to hearing the song.
Right. That is so cool.
And I had no idea how much Buffalo loves their Sabres, even though they've been like shit for so long.
Well, everybody loves their team when they're, winning. And look at the Flyers. Philadelphia's going fucking crazy. It's been a long time for them. Mm-hmm. When the Mets fans thought they had a chance, they turned out. They were selling every fucking seat in that place.
Right.
This year, they're staying away. They feel like they've been treated like piss.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's the thing, is that you have to deliver hope to the fans. It's so important to deliver hope. You can't fully stink, and you can't make terrible decisions. And I think that's clear.
Gail, something. Why don't you check with Jewel first, Deb? And keep it moving because I can't check. So, Gail, there's something that was on your mind today?
Yes, I was thinking this because I have been watching that Zach Galifianakis show, which I'm enjoying so much. If you had a farm, what would you grow and or raise? If you could imagine yourself as a farmer with a plot of land, what would be on it?
All right. So, the crop is an interesting thing because you're going to grow whatever you can. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Sure.
So this is why people would like to have a vineyard, because they think, hey, I look like I have a vineyard and I'm not
Right,
growing
that's-
fucking potatoes. You know?
Right.
As far as stuff to raise, there's something about sheep that I just like in a big
know.
way.
Especially if you have sheep, you're getting lambs. And could there be a cuter baby animal? I don't think so. I mean, they're unbelievably adorable.
But could you take those lambs to slaughter?
Oh.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah, you have to.
Well,
That's what being a farmer is.
right. True. Oh my God. That part would be so difficult for me. Like I would like have to have like a maybe then a dairy farm, but I would be so underproducing because I wouldn't be able to just like, do it the unethical ways. But I feel like here's the thing that I really like about this as a farmer. An orchard. If you have an apple orchard, it's one of the funner farms. And for some reason, it's very activity based, and it's one like that like people like to visit. Like if you can pick it off the tree, or like you're gonna have visitors, you're gonna have kids are gonna go there for like field trips. There's something joyful about it, and then the fall foods that ensue because of an apple orchard. It's one of the best, I think.
You know what you're going for. You're going for those apple donuts.
Yeah, I mean, of
best
course.
ever.
The best. The best.
I
of the
told
best.
your aunt to come back for that, and I go, I'm not sure when the peak is, October, and then your mom said no, it's like the 20th of September.
It's actually
is when
late.
it start- yeah.
Late September is when it really is the best. And people start going to the apple orchard in early September. And it's always weird to me because I'm like, it still feels like summer outside. Like it's still quite hot. And I really don't want to go to the apple orchard until early October. It's very picked through already by October because the peak has happened.
By the way, I am not picking those apples again. I'm not paying fucking $50 for fucking 14
Just grab
apples.
a bag. Walk around and then grab a bag on your way out.
I'm gonna just go for the donuts. Nothing else.
Yes. Many baked goods.
And even getting cider drunk is just like, it's almost like drinking champagne because there's so much sugar.
I do like cider, though.
I
mean,
do
you don't
love
have
a
to. You
cider.
can just have a taste.
Just a straight up.
Plus,
Yeah.
they'll give you a free taste there anyway, and that's plenty of cider for me.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, what would you want to farm?
Okay, I got farms and I got animals. Farms, I'd work a cranberry bog. I think that'd be cool as shit. Flooding it, getting all them cranberries. Cranberries are popular.
Yes.
Guess what floats to the top first?
What's it? Cranberries?
Spiders.
Oh!
It's
There's
a known
all these
fact.
little fucking spiders.
They're
Well, I'm out
crawling with spiders. It's basically spider water. And everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, look at them in their fun pants, wading around in the bog, getting the cranberries." They're wading through spiders, Chris. Billions
Oh, my
of them.
God.
Yeah,
could
I don't know
Literally
either.
billions of spiders.
I don't know why they're so spidery, but it's like a thing about cranberry bogs.
And the reason why you want to do that is because you're lazy and you think I'll just flood it
Yes.
and everything will come my way. Well, you're going to pick through a bunch of spiders first, bro.
I found myself in a position I don't want to be, in the bog covered by spiders.
I'm trying to think if I've even seen a movie where somebody had a cranberry bog, because you could only do it in New England, right? There's no other place.
I don't
Pretty
think so.
sure.
Yeah, it's like, it feels like a very New England thing.
As for animals, straight alpaca farm. You don't have to kill them. No one eats
Right.
alpaca meat. You just shave them
And what
down.
are you going to do with them? How are
shave
you
them
going to? What do you get fucking paid for? Fur?
Yes.
Fur, making, I'm going to say scarves, alpaca
Yes.
jacket. People also,
Angora.
kids, petting zoo rather. They
There's
love
no money in a fucking petting fucking farm.
No, you're not making a lot of money on that. And I really don't know. I mean, look, one of the ones I thought about is I very much enjoy goats, but I don't know how lucrative that is. Like, what are we doing? Goat's milk and goat, like goat cheese? That's it.
In my
I mean,
neighborhood, you're selling a lot of goat meat.
Let me tell you something right now. Chris Stanley's going to be selling tiny spiders.
Oh my God.
Stanley's,
Just bags of them.
Stanley's spiders.
You go in there, you get a fucking big trash can, full of fucking spiders, and he's happy. That'll be $2.50.
Yes, for the best spider meat you can get.
I'm not moving enough spiders.
You got a farm that the neighbors want to fucking set fire to.
I got spiders to feed here, folks. No one even wants the cranberries. They're so tart.
All right, I want you to think about this, right? Think of how many fucking cheeseburgers are sold in this country every day, right?
Okay.
From the lowest fast food to the high end cheeseburgers.
Yes.
Then think of how many steaks are sold on a daily basis.
Yes.
Are you seeing that many cattle that could fucking pull off fucking at least 2 meals a day filled with beef?
That's very disturbing.
It's like you'd have to go past a fucking ranch that you wouldn't even be able to see the ground because there's so many cattle.
Yes, especially this country in particular. Like, forget it. Other
Yes,
places
just this country.
eat.
I don't even want to think about the rest of the world.
No.
Just the United States, the amount of cheeseburgers sold a day, the amount of steaks sold a day. Where are these cattle coming from?
So, okay. So, clearly we've got to have some kind of like Midwest to West cattle out there. But it still doesn't feel like enough. Like, how much of it is imported beef? Because I feel like we should be crawling with
Imported
cattle.
from where? Fucking Argentina?
Yeah,
There's
South
not.
America.
Then I'm going to say how many fucking Argentina cattle is there, and where are these fucking big things of hamburger meat flying into the country every day? Something's
ground chuck.
bullshit. Something's fucking bullshit right now. If anybody knows about this, 844 Rock God. That's 844-762-5463. Where are all the cattle making all these goddamn burgers all day, every day, all night, every night? Every fucking third restaurant is cheeseburgers.
Yes. McDonald's alone.
Yeah, the franchises. Exactly. Yeah, they
Yeah.
just have meat stacked.
Yeah, but it's not like you go into any other place and they don't have a hamburger. Every diner sells fucking hamburgers. Every upper thing sells hamburgers, cheeseburgers. Where?
Where are they?
You know, the fire that was going on, I believe, in Nebraska. I don't know if it's still going on. It's not a lot of reporting on it. Apparently.
It was 2 months ago. I hope it's
That was
not
2
still
months
going
ago?
on.
Oh, my God. Apparently, all that fire was just cow land. Cow pasture, I guess you call it. I don't know. So are all the fucking cows on fire? This sounds crazy.
Did you see any video of cows on fire?
Stop, dude.
Can I tell you something?
Stop.
You should go to that new Queens casino and just lose all the money that you're spending on internet.
He's coming up with a new theory that most of the beef we're eating is actually spider meat.
It's an
They
alternative
were.
protein.
I don't think you could have enough meat. I mean, how many spiders to make one burger?
I'm gonna guess.
But let's if you want to have fun, go look at that. I think it's called a Resorts in Queens. It's the first casino in New York, and I thought nobody's going to go to Queens. There, it's all Italian guys, really young. Let's say 21 to 25. It's 2:00 in the morning, and they're all waiting hours to cash out. There were people just parked in the road without even trying to get their car off the road because they want to go in and lose money in this casino as fast as they possibly can.
First of all, it's Resorts World. It's the brand that's running it, and I've never seen a line at a cash out at a fucking casino. It's the
I've never
least
seen that
busy
either.
place. It's the least busy place in the whole goddamn thing.
And they said they're moving these things. They're like, it's like we're selling muddy mats. That's how many people are coming through here.
You've probably seen videos or commercials for muddy mats on TV or online and thought, those can't really work that well. Well, guess what? They do. I absolutely love muddy mats.
Only Muddy Mat has thousands of advanced, ultra-soft microfibers that are 5 times more absorbent than ordinary floor mats, trapping dirt and water and protecting my floors.
I use them everywhere, by every door, under my pet's food dish, in the kitchen to catch spills. I even use one as a bath mat. The best part is they're 100% machine washable.
If you hate dirty floors, you're going to love Muddy Mats. Trust me, I love them. Our dog loves them, and I can't recommend them enough.
Right now, get a free medium Muddy Mat with your order of 2 or more mats at buymuddymat.com.
This offer is only available at buymuddymat.com. That's B-U-Y, muddy, M-A-T.com.
Don't wait. Take my advice. Get a free Muddy Mat with your order of 2 or more mats only at buymuddymat.com.
All right, we're getting ready to wrap this one out. Here's JR in Texas. JR.
Hey, Ronnie B. First of all, I'd say it's appropriate that for so many years, Satellite of Love closed out your show because that's what you are to me and to so many others all across sea to shining sea and beyond, my friend. So I love you so much. And thinking about you every day and wishing you nothing but the best, buddy.
Thanks, man.
And I'll tell you, cattle, it's actually dropped to the lowest it's pretty much ever been. I think it's 82 million head of cattle now in the United States, and I think part of it is with more people eating chicken more, with all the and other things now, but other sources of protein. But yeah, it's actually the lowest it's been.
Well, can I tell you something? The next, I'm going to wonder where all the chickens are coming from.
Oh, forget that.
You know, a lot of those things are enclosed. How many chickens are in any one of those things?
Man, it's
75,000. Throwing that out
75,000 in one fucking thing?
Also, I was just looking at this. We've like pumped the chicken with enough hormones that like a chicken from 100
All
years
right,
ago.
but let's not fucking get off the thing. Let's stay
Understood.
on the number of chickens are going
75K.
every day. And 75,000 chickens
You think
are
that's-
killed a day.
in one coop.
In one...
All right.
Yeah.
Can I just apologize for me today? My fucking head is all over the place. I'm not feeling well, and I feel like there's a gang of people. Deb, when he's fucking moving that slow, I need you to turn to him and move him. Or else I got to call up the boss and ask for Serena back. But don't let things move that slow. Don't let it happen. John in Washington.
Hey, Ronnie. Most of our beef that you eat McDonald's comes from South America. Venezuela, Brazil.
This is amazing to me. So, are they coming over here as frozen meat?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how many of those are you going to put on a ship?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, how much are we importing that you can have all this frozen meat coming into this country and then trucked out around? I feel crazy right now.
That
I know I'm
seems
not
nuts.
getting something, you know, and I'm not worried about that. But I now start to think that this thing I'm going through is costing me my mind.
Like this is the thing too. It feels like it can't possibly be the majority. It's got to be some from South America, but it can't be the majority because of the amount, the consumption that is happening in this country. We fucking love beef. Like I know we eat a lot of chicken, and I'm sure, like I believe it, like that we're down on that. But we eat a lot of beef compared to other places.
Can I tell you something? I eat more chicken than any man ever seen.
I got some chicken coop stats real quick if you want to hear them.
I really don't.
Understood.
I really don't, because we're at the end of the show. We never talking about stats of chicken coops. We were talking about the number of fucking cattle. And then when it got moved to chicken, I'll go, yeah, well, how many fucking chicken? You know what I mean? Like we're here, slow moving, a conversation in a way. But we're at the end of the show today. I'm going to apologize for myself today. I had a very, very rough day. And I don't want to be that fucking guy that sounds like things are getting on his nerves. But I apologize 100%. I don't have to be picked up. It would be nice when I'm having an off day if I could be picked up. but it doesn't have to happen that way. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. All right, we ready to wrap this one up? Again, sorry to go out on this at the end of the week. I apologize.